YouTube fam? X here, back in the truck, well, out on the road. And yeah, today we're going to do another video. We're going to actually do a scary compilation video this time. And it's from the same channel that I did a last scary compilation from. Now, that is saying something. I don't know about y'all, but the last scary compilation video I did on the channel, that shit hit hard. And I have to say that or emphasize that because shit does not shake me to my core that easily. I dealt with paranormal situations at a very young age, like serious paranormal situations, and was able to grasp and get a hold of that where it wouldn't affect me. So literally, a lot of shit that scares people would not touch me. You know what I'm saying? Last video, it did have a couple videos that like made me question shit. I'm like, damn, if that shit happened to me, I probably wouldn't be here. I probably would have had a heart attack or something. I don't know. But this one is, again, it's from the same people, so I'm expecting the worst. So just throwing it out there now. Possibly do not watch this at night. And do not watch this alone. Okay? If you get scared that easily. Alright, with that. Alright.
In the following video, a woman named Britt is outside her house trying her best to remain calm after witnessing something that left her immensely terrified.
I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, I have a freaking cemetery in my front yard.
What?
Which probably doesn't help my cause. But I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's in that room upstairs. Josie? Josie?
How old is Josie? I gotta stop you real quick. I'm gonna do my best not to stop as much as I normally do and intrude or interrupt. Just so we can get through this video quick, because better than in the truck without no AC and, just in the truck, period. It's hard work. But something strikes me wrong when I see a video layout like this. Somebody's recording a possible scary encounter, but they're walking through the house with the camera so still and slowly creeping up to where the area of supposed, interaction is, where paranormal shit is going on. I don't know about y'all, but something seems off about that. That's what I'm gonna say right now. The hell?
Man, she's just been.
Oh, I've seen that.
And then she started barking.
I've seen that.
And she growled. And when she growled, I kind of like booked it.
Staring at that, and then she started barking. And she growled.
So she's got two video angles.
I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like...
So hold on. Before that woman went upstairs, that dog was barking. And I thought the dog was barking at something outside or something. The dog was upstairs staring at the fucking closet. That is some odd shit. Now, I think most of us already know that animals have this this unveil, or I don't know how exactly to put it, but they can see into other dimensions, I believe, but they can sense it. cats are even more adept at that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I've seen cats do that before. It's a very, very daunting thing because, again, coming from what the fuck I went through in the past, when I would see an animal doing that, like in the house, I already know right off the rip that, damn, yeah, there's an entity or something around. And obviously it's got the animal's attention. You know what I'm saying? So but nowadays, if I was to see that, especially, we just got a little kid. My mom forced me to take a cat, and I had no choice. And I fucking love him. His name is Salt. I will show y'all him when I get back home. It's an awesome little dude. But if I was to see something like that nowadays, it wouldn't freak me out. I would just acknowledge and know that, okay, something's here. But it doesn't happen too often. I still have yet to talk about that, but later on. Let's continue.
Like, what? What is it?
For some reason, Britt's dog has been staring at this closet space for quite some time, despite there being no one or nothing inside. The space is clear, but strangely, her dog is locked in on something. Although initially spooked, it wasn't until her dog started growling and barking at the space that she immediately fled, at which point she began to record this video. Now there's something in the beginning that Britt captures, which is worth pointing out, and that's the graveyard in front of her house. Every so often, Josie would come out to the spot and just stare at it in the same way that she would when looking at the closet space.
Josie.
So hold on, man. There's a couple questions I have about this. Like, was this graveyard there before you moved in, or is it like a family graveyard? I don't know. I need some clarification on this shit because I don't know. Would you move into a house that has a graveyard directly outside of the doors? That sounds insane. But if it's your own family and your generation, I don't know. I heard something. This is kind of off topic, but I've heard that if you bury one of your loved ones on the land where you live, the government can't take that. Can't take it. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly why morgues get away with what they get away with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was morgues or cemeteries, but of course I don't know if people are getting. As a matter of fact, they are. So yes, I believe it could be either both. It doesn't matter, but y'all might want to do your research on that. Me personally, this whole funeral thing, it kind of somewhat became either a tradition or some kind of cultural thing where we spend lots of money to have this whole funeral process, and the way that, you know what I'm saying, the most common way that people do it, they're all sad, they all wear black, they get the casket, the funeral, the memorial, and all type of shit, and then they put them in the ground or put them into some kind of something. In the past, people did it different ways. They would either do it, put them on their land, put them in a place where they wanted to be buried, something like that. And it doesn't have to be all sad. Honestly, I don't think we should get that deep into it, but again, I think passing away, or somebody passing away, of course it's a sad thing, right? You're not going to be able to spend no more time with that person. And all those memories, they still linger for the person who has that connection with them. But it should be perceived as them going to the next stage, next step. And what the fuck we're dealing with down here, if there's any inkling in your mind that they don't have to deal with this shit no more, that should be good too, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, let's continue.
Josie, what's going on?
Shit It's
For
creepy.
this reason, Britt believes that the cemetery might have something to do with Josie's strange behavior. It's as though she's seeing something that we can't. But things get even creepier when Britt mentions a certain detail about this graveyard.
So a lot of you guys have also been asking questions about the graveyard. Yes, we do
Yeah.
indeed have a graveyard on this property. So this was my grandparents' ranch, and it was their wish to be buried
I
right
see.
here. Just where they were. And before they passed away, they buried all of their cats right here where you
Wait,
see the little
what?
crosses. And so that's really all that there's to it. But things have been quite strange lately. Like, for some reason, cows just like come to this area sometimes and like surround it, because we during the day we leave that gate open.
There's a goddamn spirit animal messing with the other animals in the vicinity. That's what it is. They've been in there. Animals pass away too. It's not like they're a lesser thing. You know what I'm saying? They might be shorter than us. They might not have the same abilities as us. But truthfully, we do not know exactly what they perceive in this whole world. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? Every body, every human being perceives things different. Therefore, they have their own world. Same for animals. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, when an animal passes on, one of them has, I guess they have the option to linger or carry on or just go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? But one of them obviously has some kind of connection still to this house. They don't want to leave, and they're fucking with people. I don't know.
She mentions cows would also come to this exact spot and do the same thing that her dog
Fucking
would
with
do.
people and animals.
Keep in mind that the only farm animals that she has on this ranch are horses. These cows aren't hers, but they always come from a neighboring ranch and surround her graveyard.
See, this is what
That's
I'm talking
totally weird.
about. They
What?
literally just come around here all the time now. It's a newer development.
You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, one of those cats that passed away, they like knew one of those cows and shit. And he went over to the cow one night and was like, yo, I'm still here, dude. I'm just in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Come over and chill with me for a little bit. Watch me scare these people who are living here now. You know what I'm saying? What if? Because I don't know about y'all. I know the spiritual world definitely does have some kind of humor into it. Hold on, y'all. I gotta roll up this goddamn window before something flies in here. Yeah. And the dream world. The fucking dream world is definitely this. So, I feel like the dream world and the afterworld, spiritual world, they're connected in some kind of way. So, hey.
Like, why? They just kind of come and really breeze around this area. And they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah.
He's talking. He's talking to his
If
old
Josie's
pal.
behavior hasn't fully convinced Britt that something is up with her graveyard, then the cows definitely have. Now, the cow situation is a relatively new occurrence. It was only a month ago, in April, that they started to appear. This is why she's been trying to record them as much as she can, just in case they stop showing up and no one believes her. But one night, while getting a food delivery, Britt records something that makes her even more certain that there's something off about the graveyard. It's late at night when this is captured.
Oh, shit.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this is location is outside. No here.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. No problem.
Well, shit. Shout out to that delivery driver because he said it was off site and he didn't have any help, but he still apparently found the place. Right? Interesting.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're a cow dog?
I scared is a cow.
They're actually not mine. They're not showing up.
Thank you.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Every
I fucking love the sounds that
freaking
cows
night,
make for some
like even
reason.
at
I
night,
don't
they
know,
even
man.
come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like. Are you for real
Security
right
alarm.
now?
Oh shit. I fucking got it. I fucking got it. What happened here was that the cat and the cow, well, the passed away cat, the ghost cat, and the cow was planning a, what do you call it, a prank or some kind of joke on this woman right here, right? And the cat was telling the cow, like, yo, check this out, check this out. She's going to order some food. And the delivery guy is not going to do, because everybody or everything in the afterlife is super smart, smarter than we can ever comprehend. They already know events that's going to happen before they happen, so they want to intervene a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So the cat planned to go into the house, smack the alarm button and stuff when she went outside to, when she seen the cows, and I think the cat knew that he was going to go up. She was going to go up to the cows and say, what's up? That's exactly what we heard, right? The cows. So, yeah, what's going to happen now? The hell? The hell just happened?
Eerily, her shirt is
Did
pulled
she
by
just drop her
something that
food
can't
too?
be seen. It was right after she walked in to
What?
disable the home security alarm, which had gone off for unknown reasons, that this happened. Upon feeling a sudden need, she
Oh!
immediately drops her food and runs out in a panic frenzy. According to her, it was as if someone had tugged at her sleeve with all their might. Shaken up by this, she decides to sleep in the RV.
Damn, no. A cat could not do that in the afterlife, could it? I don't know. Like, could a cat change forms in the afterlife? I mean, it's the spirit of the cat. But after the cat passes away, maybe it's just this spiritual form that kind of like has human-like tendencies, human-like features. I don't know. I don't know. But that shit right there, I've heard a lot about that. People getting tugged. I think in one video that I seen recently, I don't think it's one that I did, personally did, but there was like some imprint on the bed, and you can clearly see it because how their sheets, speaking of sheets, I'm just saying, speaking of, sheets, depending on how well they've been put together and placed on the bed and, having the bed made up and shit, you can see an imprint easily. And we clearly saw the formation of an imprint on the corner of a bed in one video. Now, that reminds me, from time to time, it doesn't happen that often, but I have noticed that. It seemed like something climbing into bed with me. And again, this shit does not freak me out at all. I'm like, interesting. Somebody actually wants to sleep next to you, lay down next to you. Okay, cool. It's actually happened, not in, I don't think it's happened in this truck, but in the Peterbilt, the other smaller truck that y'all seen me do videos in. It's happened in that, and when it happened in that truck, that was the most recent one that when it happened too. It was like a couple months ago. When that time happened, I was like, damn, it's so obvious, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm fucking tired anyway, so if you want to sleep, I guess we're sleeping. So, you know what I'm saying? But walking into your house after you get the security alarm tripped, and then you take 2 steps in the fucking door, and they tug at your shit. It's frightening.
Outside and wait until her family came back from their trip. It goes without saying, but she was totally freaked out, and it didn't help that she was all alone when this happened. This
I would have made
incident,
sure to
along with the
grab my
strange
food,
behavior
though.
from the
Fuck
animals,
that.
has led her to believe that the
Delivery
graveyard is
fees.
either cursed or haunted. Whether paranormal or not, these occurrences are still pretty creepy. But despite there being no further videos on the situation, these current ones continue to spook viewers and make them wonder just what exactly is going on with Britt's home. Like all videos, this one remains a mystery.
You know, goddamn mystery. We know what the fuck. I just explained it. The cat and the cow did a prank on the woman. Okay, that's basically what happened. Let's move on.
Now this next video takes place at a museum where something pretty creepy was captured. Now just for context, the person recording this was visiting this museum after his father came here a few days ago. His dad told him that there was something off about this place. He doesn't know why, but the exhibition that's dedicated to a woman known as
Dude, yeah, I'm saying there's something off about this place. What the fuck is that? Is that a black and mild in her fucking mouth? There's no way. There's no way. What about the picture to the left? I know that woman ain't hit no damn joint. Is she? Is she? Wonder. But I'm just saying, walking into a fucking place like this and you see this right there, and she's staring off into the distance. What the fuck is she? Yo, there's too many questions.
Maria Sabina creeps him out. Whether it's because her wax statue looks a little too real or her history with witchcraft, this whole exhibition scares him. But after watching this video that his son took, there's no way that he's coming back to this place now. The following is what his son captured at the exhibition of Maria Sabina. Have a look.
No, está perro este.
Looking at her eyes right now. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I just understood what just happened. I think I did. Now, this is the first thing I wanted to say before we even got to this point was like, I do not understand why people do this. I mean, I get the I get the concept. People appreciated these people in the past to the point where they want to make murals and fucking wax figurines and statues and shit. Okay, all right, but it's fucking weird to me. It's fucking weird. I would never partake of some shit like that, nor would I want some shit like that anywhere close to where the fuck I live. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but this statue, this figurine, I don't know what the fuck to call it. This wax statue has gotten so much attention to it because it's sitting in the corner. It's part of like some kind of museum showcase or whatever. So a lot of people come in and see it. That gives it life. Okay? So slowly over time, or maybe quickly over time, I don't know. It really depends on the amount of attention that's going into this particular object. Then the object develops a spirit, and then the spirit is watching all these people, and then certain people get affected easily and some don't. But the real meat of what the fuck I want to say, when this dude started recording this, whatever spirit inside this creature or this statue was like, man, this dumb motherfucker. Look at this. Wait, you can't get enough footage? Like, how long are you gonna stand there and watch it? Don't you take pictures? Because the spirit knows the difference between video recording and taking pictures, right? Right? So, when the guy is taking his sweet time, video recording this beautiful replication of whatever, Maria, he took a step close. That's where he fucked up. That's where he fucked up, you know. The spirit was like, bitch, you better get the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. All right.
Somehow, the wax figure of Maria Sabina comes alive. She seemingly tilts her
Yeah.
head in a quick and sudden motion, almost as if
Yeah.
scrutinizing the person recording her. Evidently, it scares the living
Yep.
daylights out of the cameraman, but it doesn't
No, it
stop him
doesn't.
from recording.
'Cause he's
He
getting
continues
closer.
to film, just in case she moves again. But she doesn't. The figure is now acting as it should. Now, this whole occurrence has freaked out many viewers, including the father who came here before. However, unlike many, he started to think that maybe this was just part of the figure's design. Maybe it was meant to move as it was built that way. But according to the museum's owner, this should not have happened.
¿Qué onda, amigo? Amigo, no manejo nada de mecatrónica. Es una figura totalmente en cera. Mira, es una
God
pieza
damn, that
total
shit's realistic as
rígida,
hell.
no se puede manipular. Te digo, no tiene
Oh,
nada.
y'all fucking up by
como
touching
esto.
it.
No hay cables, no hay nada, no es un robot. Es una figura totalmente en cera.
If the figure isn't an animatronic or anything of that sort, then just how exactly did it move? This question continues to remain unanswered, and it seems likely that it'll stay that way for a while until more evidence is presented. Until then, you can assess what exactly transpired here.
I already just explained it, so there's no need. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Now, the following video comes from an account that posts videos of firefighters putting out fires. All the videos on this page appear to be meant for educational
God
purposes,
damn.
from showing procedures that a firefighter must follow during critical situations, to demonstrating how a fire truck navigates through traffic. An aspiring firefighter can find these videos pretty useful. However, one video in particular might seem a bit strange to the person who's watching this for educational purposes. Unlike most videos, this one is pretty creepy. On March 10th of 2025, a man is recording a vacant property that's burning down in the middle of the woods.
Damn.
As he films, something is captured that's left many viewers unsettled.
Good
Now, the
lord.
man recording owns this property, and he had no idea that during this footage, something pretty creepy happened. I'll play the rest of the footage and let you see for yourself. This is what he caught.
You should see it right now. It's amazing. Look through the window. Woo. It's getting out of hand right now. Woo. Woo. It's getting out of hand right now.
It isn't obvious at first, but if you look closely, a black figure can be seen moving inside the burning structure. Considering that the property had been vacant for many years, there shouldn't have been anyone or anything inside, but strangely, something is.
It's a goddamn squatter. Somehow he was lucid enough to avoid the attention, avoid the sight of people who's recording and the firefighters or whatever. We're gonna move on to one more video and then end it up. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you want to go ahead and watch the rest of the series.
Let's get back to the video.
Alright.
On May 8th of 2025, a small family from California had shared a video in which something very strange happens. Apparently, whatever took place in this house wasn't just witnessed by the man, but also by the dog resting on the couch. It's this small detail that further makes this video baffling. Now, it's important to note that other dogs live in this house. The family who lives here are genuinely passionate about caring for their pets, which is why they treat each of their dogs as though they were their own children. From having
What
a
the
giant
fuck?
portrait of Frida, Pepper, and Valentino, to having a fully furnished dog room dedicated to them, it's clear that this family embraces all its members and ensures that no one is ever left out, even if one of them is no longer here. Only a month ago, Maxie, their first and oldest Chihuahua, had passed away from old age.
Oh,
Not a single day passes without thinking of little Maxie. He was deeply cared for, which makes it even harder for the family to accept that he's now gone. But despite this unfortunate story, the family's now focused on something else that happened recently. It was on a Thursday afternoon when this was captured.
what if that howl or that bark right there, it's not really a bark, but that sound is so familiar to this man. He's like, there's no fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this man looks shocked out of his mind. I mean, there's a TV playing on in the background. There's a dog behind him, but he was looking at the dog like after the second and third howl, and it clearly didn't come from him. So he's like, where else is this shit coming from? But apparently, don't you have multiple dogs? Maybe he's just trying to figure out where the hell this just continues. Oh, he's holding his heart.
Out of nowhere, the sound of a barking dog is heard from inside the house. The man turns around to see if it was the dog behind him, but it wasn't. Something about these barks sounded familiar, and it wasn't until re-listening to the audio that the man knew he wasn't just hearing things, but rather a barking dog that sounded just like Maxie. No other dog is seen around except the one on the couch, and the other dogs that live here weren't home at this moment. If no other dog had barked, then which did? To the family, the answer is clear. It was Maxie who had barked. They believe that little Maxie had paid them a visit by barking in his usual manner. Apparently, this is how he barked when he wanted someone to come get him. Understandably, Maxie's owner begins to tear up after weeks of not hearing from him since he passed away.
Man, this shit is touching.
Their other dog seems to hear the barks too, but like his owner, he can't seem to find where they're coming from. As with most videos, this one remains unsolved.
Alright, y'all. That is the end. It's kind of, it's bittersweet, right? Seeing this last one right here. We first started off with animals, and you know what I said about it. I think even when they pass away, they have certain abilities just to keep it kind of like down, you know what I'm saying? So, this is, I don't know, I can't emphasize enough that, I'm gonna put it exactly how I feel like I'm gonna put it. Do not get so distracted in this life that it makes you not see the reality of what is or what could be, okay? Some of y'all out there are so kind of like closed off minded where y'all couldn't even try to comprehend. I find that when you believe in something, it causes things to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is where the whole thing with perspective comes into play. Because, like I said earlier, everybody lives in a different world. Somebody might be seeing the sky as green or something, and you see it as blue. But you can't tell that person that the sky is green when they really believe that. You know, I've said that before in another video. But this is just an example, a vague example. You know what I'm saying? So the whole fact that we have all these different perspectives, and then we can include animals into the mix. All these different perspectives, are they feeding into one particular thing, one particular source? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's like, what I'm trying to say here is that we all are like a site, but we all are an experiencer of something for something else, like a bigger, greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's purpose, everybody's perspective is absolutely necessary. So do not feel bad about how you see shit, but at the same time consider other people's perspectives. This way it might help formulate your own. You know what I'm saying? This is I can go so deep on this shit, but I'm gonna end it here. Very interesting video. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description down below. We only did like 4 of them, so I don't know how many videos I have, but there's plenty more that you probably missed. So if you want to see them, again, look down in the description bar below. Thank y'all again for watching. I'd appreciate it if y'all like and subscribe. If y'all not already are, of course, I think y'all hear this plenty of times. Most people who do come to somebody's channel are not subscribed. Hit the damn subscribe button, people. doesn't cost anything. All right, help your boy get to, I don't know, somewhere. All right, please. With that, I will catch y'all later. And stay tuned because I got my own personal animal that I'm gonna show y'all. He's such a cutie pie. Until then, stay safe.